Hello, Edwin. Good afternoon. How are you? Hello, everyone. Am I audible? If I'm audible, just let me know in the chat. Um, and yeah, today we'll be doing this live stream for 1 hour, mainly because by the end of 1 hour, I my throat starts to pain, and also uh, I have to do several projects as part of my interviews, which are scheduled next week. So I have to do all those projects as well. Maybe the coding part is somewhat about to end, but then the documentation is also required, and then I have to prepare PPT to present those projects to the interviewers. So there's a lot of things to be done, and I have interview on Monday. I have interview on Tuesday, so there are a lot of interviews. So I need to prepare for those as well. So there's a lot of things that I need to do. So today we will keep the live stream for 1 hour. So from 12 p.m. British Summer Time to 1 p.m. So yeah, go ahead, ask your questions, whatever you have. I'll be more than happy to answer all of those. People are still joining in, so yeah, let's wait for a little bit longer. By the way, if anybody is here who is coming for masters in this month, uh, what is salary range we can expect after MS? So it very much depends on your experience. So if you are complete fresher, you can expect from 28 to 30, 35. If you have experience around 2 to 3 years, you can expect again from 28 to 50, maybe even 60. Or if you have experience more than 5 years or something, then you can maybe expect more, maybe 70, 80,000 pounds per annum. So yeah, that's the salary range that we can expect. But it also depends on company to company. Some companies might offer more for freshers. So yeah, that is also there. Uh, I want to pursue my MSc in Big Data and Data Science Technology with advanced practice at Northumbria University, London. Can you give me suggestions for preparation? Uh, if you were asking for application process or preparation, then I would say focus mainly on your statement of purpose and or personal statement, whatever you like to call it, and in that mention all the relevant things that you have done and why you are actually interested in this field. And if you want to know about the technologies that you should prepare beforehand coming for the masters, so I would suggest you to learn at least Python as a programming language, and you can also look into some frameworks like Spark and MapReduce, Hadoop, those kind of things. So that will give you upper hand in understanding the concepts that will be taught in the university. How are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Thanks for asking, Sajitra. Last time I asked you about Harriet Watt University. Did you? Yes, yes. I did check, and I think I have mentioned in the comment section of last live stream as well. It's a good university, and their course content is also really good. And I recently talked to someone who did their masters from Harriet Watt University. So they were satisfied with the course, the content which was covered. So the amount of fees that you are paying is actually uh, really worth it. So yeah, that's there. Hey, do you provide any one-to-one sessions? At this point, I don't, Kalpesh, because I really don't have much time, but I am planning to do that as well. So the thing is, I am currently going through a lot of interviews, right? So I don't know when the interviews will be scheduled. So if I give you some time and then I cannot give time for the interviewer, then it will be a conflict. Or if I have some time for interview but then I cannot give you, so that's why. So once things get settled down, maybe in a month or so, once I start my full time job, then I am planning to do one-to-one sessions as well. So I hope if you have some time, then yeah, that's what I have planned for future. Oh, I missed Edwin's question. Thanks, Rupa, for pointing it out. Switching from software development to data science, is it worth? Uh, Again, it comes to your preference or liking, because I was talking to my friend, she is doing her masters in Canada. So she was saying she didn't like deep learning as much because it's like just importing packages and passing your data and all those things. She actually liked the data engineering aspect of data science more, because there you have to apply a lot of mental thinking, how to put your data into structure. So if you like lot of coding and stuff, so probably you would like to stick to software engineering. But then if you just want to use packages and pass in your data and get results out of it, then maybe switching to data science would be fine. But then there is also some other thing, like when you go to some big tech companies, you cannot simply use packages. Sometimes you have to develop algorithms from scratch. So that is something really interesting, because most of the times when I do some projects, yes, I spend, if I'm talking about the data science projects, so if I am doing a project from collection of the data to making predictive models, I spend almost 80% of my time in preparing the data and then putting it in a proper structure to pass it into my deep neural networks or even machine learning algorithms. So uh, yeah, that's why I like it. But if you go into some company and if they have their data engineering team and you are just working on machine learning, like you are just getting the process data and you are just passing into your algorithm, and if you have to do that day in day out, probably you will get bored. So yeah, that's there. If you like to keep yourself involved, if you like to use your brain a lot, then probably you would definitely like software engineering more or software development more. But then, yeah, that's the answer, I suppose. How much the inflation has affected the international student? Um, it has actually affected. It affected me actually, because I told you guys in the last live stream that I had offer and I had joining in October, on October 3rd, but then they moved it to January. So yes, it is being affected, and companies are trying to cut down costs in many areas. So probably they will pay less. I don't know, but also they are moving the hiring process, or moving the people who they have already hired their joining dates in later stages. So yeah, that's how it is going. So uh, yeah, that's the answer. And inflation, again, cost of living has also increased a lot. Like a few months back, I was buying around 3.5 liter of milk for around 1.9 pounds maybe, and now the cost of that same amount of milk has become 2.15 pounds. So it has increased quite a lot. So yeah, you need to be mindful about that. So if you can save some money in rent and stuff, probably it's better to find accommodation which are cheaper, so that there you can find some, you can save some money. Can I know, does it make any difference in visa processing since Elizabeth Queen passed away? I don't think there should be lot of delays, maybe a week or so, but I don't think there will be much. I mean, I don't think there will be much effect on that. What are the primary knowledges for data science? Programming, definitely. So that's there, and you have to be very good with all the packages, how to use them. You don't have to remember all the functions. You can obviously Google every time, but then You need to know what package does what. Like we know pandas is used for data manipulation, numpy for mathematical operations, and matplotlib for uh, data visualization. So you need to know what package does what, because if you don't know that, then obviously you will have to google even more. And then your mathematical skills should be good, because when you are analyzing some data, you need to know with what certainty you are telling that your analysis is good or not. So you need to be very well with your mathematical concepts. And maybe you need to know a little bit of big data concepts, because nowadays data is growing at a very exponential speed. So if you know how to handle big data, because sometimes pandas won't be able to handle, so you need to know how dask works, or maybe PySpark or things like that. So yeah, these are the things. If you know these things, I think you will be good to go in data science. And machine learning, deep learning, I'm not mentioning because those are obvious things. So yeah, that's there. Thank you for your suggestion. Can you tell me how to learn Python from basic? Which YouTube channel would help me the most? Uh, there are a lot of channels. I have a repository called Python tutorials, but that's very basic. So if you are just starting out, probably that will give you a very good understanding about uh, all the basic concepts, variables, and functions. And they also have some small assignments at the end of each notebook. So you can follow that. Once you have followed that repository, you can probably go to Corey Sheffer's YouTube channel, or maybe Code Basics. So those channels are actually good for uh, Python tutorials. So yeah, you can follow those channels. I am a student of Med in London. Have 5 years of teaching experience in India. If I have good command over Excel, pivot table, and Power BI, what are the chances of getting jobs as a data analyst in the UK? So there are many roles where I have seen they're mentioning Power BI, Excel, just these two tools for data analysis. So yes, it is definitely possible to find a job in data analytics field with these skills. But I would also suggest you to learn at least Python, because that will open a little bit bigger market for you. So yeah, if you have these three skills and also SQL, so if you learn these three or four skills, you will have better chances of getting into data analytics. What is the main difference between low ranked universities and high ranked universities? Do you recommend pursuing masters from university ranking below? So recently I went to Bristol, where my friend has rented a house. So the owner of that house is from Nepal, and he did his masters from Northumbria University. And Northumbria University, as you know, ranked below 500 or 600. So and he is doing really good. And also he is not from IT background, he is from electrical background. So and I was talking to him, so he was saying that there is this misconception that people think if I am doing masters from a high ranked university, then only I'll be able to find job or I will be successful. So that's not the case. Ranking actually doesn't matter as long as you like the course content, as long as you are dedicated enough to keep yourself up to date with the field in which you're doing your masters. And also there is this thing that the universities which has lower rank, obviously they will have less fees. And if they're charging you less, there will be some wrong type of crowd that will be going to that university. So you have to be very mindful that you are keeping yourself separate from that type of crowd. So the only thing that separates higher ranked university and lower ranked university is that bad crowd that's going to that university. So if you are focused on the learning that you are doing and you are staying away from that bad crowd, you will be good to go. And companies don't differentiate between candidates from bigger universities or smaller universities, or high rank university or lower rank university. So it's up to you how well you are able to utilize the resources offered by a university. And here in the UK, it's not like if a university is lower rank, they don't have good resources. So most of the universities have pretty good resources. So in terms of resource, you won't find any difficulties. It's just up to you how much you are able to make most out of those resources. Have you had a look at big data analytics in Sheffield Ham? No, I don't have much idea about this university. So what I will do is I will quickly note down the course name and uh, the university so that I can answer this in the comment section once the live stream is over. Yeah, so that's done. How lecturers are different in the UK. I heard that you cannot depend only on lecturers. What did you do? Yeah, so it's not like in India where lecturers used to just stand in front of you for hours and giving you a lecture and then that's all. So here it's more like self-learning. They will be there to guide you because there are labs where they will be there will be many demonstrators who are pursuing their PhD, so they will be there to help you. So in labs, if you have some query, let's say you're working on XGBoost and you're not able to understand how exactly XGBoost is working, so you can ask them, like, I want to understand the internal operation of XGBoost or mathematical concept behind this. So you can ask them, they will definitely help you, but they will not stand in front of you and they will explain how XGBoost works right from scratch. So they will tell you uh, like from high level understanding how XGBoost work, maybe not the in depth, but it also depends from university to university. Probably they will cover, so it's like that. But if you have any difficulties, definitely you can ask them. So it's not like they won't help you. uh, where is the next question? Yeah, so could you please check the university module for me, please? Yes, I have noted it down. I will check it. Aston University has MSc in data analytics. So after completion, can we apply for data science jobs or not? So you can apply for any job. There is no restriction to that, but you also need to be mindful about what the job role is asking from you. So if you are applying for data science role and in that data science role they are just asking you Python, maybe Power BI or SQL, some little bit of machine learning, so in that case, you will be able to apply for the data science role even with data analytics. But if that role is asking you to have in-depth understanding of machine learning, deep learning, and maybe big data technologies, so probably they will not accept your application. So it's up to the company, what are their preferences, how flexible they are, and whether they are ready to take someone with data analytics a degree. But the name of the degree doesn't really matter as long as you have the skills. So if you have skills on your resume, if you have projects in your portfolio, I think that should be fine. I'm not being able to make a decision. um, okay, about that. Okay, yeah, I will uh, look into the course content and let you know in the comment section once the live stream is over. Hey man, nice to see you. Good to see you here again, Denzel. I decided to get experience here in India and then pursue masters. They're looking forward for you guiding in the future also still. Yeah, sure. That's a really good decision that you have done because once you get a little bit of experience, it doesn't matter in India or in the UK or anywhere else. If you have some experience, it actually becomes relatively easy to find job. So yeah, if you have experience of around 2 to 3 years, that would be really good. Manchester Metropolitan University for Data Science, your review. I will again note it down and I will look into the uh, into the university and the course content, and I will let you know in the comment section. Thank you so much for your reply, day notes. Yeah, as long as it helps. So no worries. Uh, I'm grateful, Sujat. Sujat. So yeah, that's what the aim of the channel is. Try to help people as much as I can, because I know I have been in that situation when we have to make the decision which university to take, what type of course we should take, and because we are going to invest a lot of money, and we should have that peace of mind that yes, it will be worth spending that much. So I totally understand the query. That's why I'm making these videos, and I'm not focusing more on the vlogging part, because I've seen many channels, they are making vlogs and stuff, which doesn't really help much about understanding about the course or the field or the university. So that's why I'm not doing that. uh, and also, if I have to do vlogging or something, probably I'll create another channel where we can share some lighter stuff. So that is something which we will think in the future. But for now, I want to create as much content as I can to help people to get better understanding of the job market and data science and about the university. So yeah, that's the goal of the channel. So can you suggest me some method to practice Python and its libraries, like how Python is being used in real time in companies regarding the data science jobs? So what you can do is do different projects on data science. So go to Kaggle, and if you don't have any idea what to do on Kaggle, just search something which you're very interested in. So let's say you are interested in some sports, let's say cricket, right? So uh, go to Kaggle, search for cricket data set, and go. Don't look into the data set. Just go to the discussion section, or see people have posted their notebooks. Read their notebook, what they are doing, or if you already have something in your mind what you want to do with that data set, just go and search about the data set. And if you can find the right data set, try to do that project. And if you are getting stuck somewhere, just again go to the dataset page and go to the discussion section and see how people have done that thing. So that way you will get very good understanding of how the whole pipeline, or how the whole data science life cycle works. So that will give you a very good understanding of the whole data science uh, pipeline, the way it works in the companies. And if you want to get better at Python programming, logic building, I highly suggest you to go to Lead Code. There you can practice. There are a lot of problems. So yeah, if you practice on Lead Code, it will be really helpful to get more familiarized with Python. Can you give me a review for Masters in Data Science at Northumbria University, London? I know more about Northumbria University, Newcastle. I don't really have much idea about the university which is in London, but I suppose the course content will be same. So the course content which they have in the Newcastle is actually really good. So I suppose it will be good for London as well. Thank you so much for your videos. Are really helpful. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for your motivating and inspiring words, Rish. How much did applied AI course videos and assessment helped you in your masters at Newcastle course? It helped me a lot because, and also I have discussed a lot about this, and I think I should make a dedicated video about it because there are a lot of aspect which I can actually talk about. But just to give you an idea, it actually helped me a lot, and I was able to go through all the lecture videos from which was given by New University in relatively faster pace as compared to people who didn't have any idea about machine learning or data science. So it gave me a really good understanding of how algorithms work, and also getting familiarized with all the keywords that we have in data science field. So yeah, it really helped me a lot. And later in job search. So yeah, in job search also, uh, it depends on the interview, so some interviews ask really in-depth questions. So yes, applied AI course was sufficient enough to answer those questions, but also the things which I covered as part of my masters helped. So knowledge collectively from both the sources actually helped me in the job search or finding a right job. And I'm still applying for jobs because the one I have has moved. The joining has been postponed. So yeah, I am. Yeah, so collectively I will say both helped me a lot, but in terms of covering the course content as part of my masters, applied AI helped me quite a lot. I'm planning to pursue my masters in September 23. When do you think I should start my? So yeah, this is the good time to already start applying, because usually you should start your application process a year early. So I will say by the end of November you should be ready with your IELTS scores, so that you can start applying. And in the meantime, you can create a template of your SOP, so that whichever university you are going to apply, you can change your template as per that university and you can apply. So if you have your IELTS score and your SOP ready by the end of November, I think you will be in a very good position to apply for good universities, and you will get the offer pretty soon as well. How is data science applied in the UK? What domain is in more? Uh, there is no one answer to it, because there are many insurance companies, there are many healthcare companies, there are universities who are hiring people from various backgrounds, or in data science, machine learning, deep learning, all those things. So uh, yeah, that's there. But the companies which are actually looking for these things, and the lot of companies which are in banking sector or insurance sector, they're actually looking for data science more than others. Maybe health sector comes close second. So yeah, that's there. mm, can you please review MSc data analytics Aston University? So yeah, again I will note it down, so I will do that as well. How much did applied AI? I think I answered this question wrong, right? You're absolutely right about the investment for studies. My biggest fear is going to UK and not being able to make the best. So there is this thing about uh, risk versus reward, I would say, because yes, we are taking risk, but then also with this 2 years of post-study work visa, we get quite a lot of time to find the right opportunity for ourselves. And also I was talking to some of the seniors from previous years, so I was asking, has everybody got job from your batch? So he was like, yes, within around 6 months of completion of the course, everybody gets the job. So considering that fact, I think it's a good thing, and we should not be really worried about that. And we should mainly focus on our studies and try to improve our skills, because if we keep worrying about those things, and if we are not investing our time in the right things, and by right thing I mean the skills which we need and the skills which we need to improve, uh, it's definitely not going to help. And I was also telling my friends, they were really worried. They were like, my resume is not being accepted, I am not getting any interview calls, I'm not getting any job, what will happen? So I told them, is worrying about that now is going to help you, or working on your dissertation properly and getting good marks in your dissertation will help you. Because if you keep worrying about what is not happening and you are not getting calls and you're not getting job, it's not like if you start worrying about it, someone will come to you and they will be like, okay, I'm giving you this job because you are worrying so much. They will only give you job because when they will see you have the potential, you have the skills, and you have done the hard work, then you will be able to get the job. So yeah, I know, being a human, it's a common thing in human nature that we worry about things, but it's also important to train your mind to think on right things rather than worrying about something which is not in our control, right? So yeah, that's what I want to say. I think that will help. After completing 12th, can I take IIT Madras online BACH in data science as and CS course in parallel with the regular 4 years engineering degree? Uh, it's a tough question, you know. I think you can take online degrees or online courses along with your degree as well, because during bachelor's we get a lot of time, but also it depends on the university, the college which where I was doing my bachelor's. There I had to go to college 6 days a week, and almost 7 to 8 hours every day. So we didn't get much time. But then I used to bunk my classes. So because some of the classes they were not that useful, and instead of going to class, I used to spend my time on learning from other platforms like YouTube and other courses. So I won't suggest anyone to bunk. That might not be the good advice that I can give someone. But as long as you are managing your bachelor's perfectly fine, you can take any course. And yes, obviously, taking extra courses will definitely help you. MSc Data Science versus MSc Applied Artificial Intelligence for Mechanical Engineer. Um, Artificial intelligence, applied artificial intelligence. I would say data science should be a better option, because data science is more interdisciplinary than artificial intelligence. Because in AI, you have to actually write quite a lot of code from scratch, and maybe not use all the packages available, even though it is applied, because you have to build things from scratch in AI. But in data science, if you have domain knowledge, let's say you have domain knowledge in mechanical, and there is some automobile company, they are looking for a data scientist, and the main goal is to see how reliable their engine is, which component might fail at what time, and how long it will go. So if you will have more domain knowledge, that what materials to use, what is the effect of petrol or diesel on the engine, so you will have that kind of in-depth domain knowledge. So the data that they have collected, you will be able to make more sense out of it. So to me, it's more sensible to go towards data science as opposed to applied AI. But then if you are actually into AI stuff and deep learning things, so probably you will be fine with applied AI as well. Should I learn algorithms before going for masters in data science, or should I focus more on data science skills? Uh, in the beginning, you will have to be analyzing the data and do stuff like that. So it's important you understand the whole life cycle of data science first, and then you pick each individual component, and then you go in depth. So it's important to understand the whole life cycle first, and then you can increase your expertise in each component. So yeah. How is the scope of MSc Data Science UK degree in India? That I'm not really sure, because right now I have not applied for jobs in the UK. So I can't really comment on it, but in India, companies do value your study abroad or degree that you have got from other country, because that way they can utilize your other skills as well, skills, or rather I should say knowledge, that you have gained in other countries, because you will know how the other countries are working and how the work culture is there. So yeah, I if I have to guess, I will say yes, probably in India also it will be worth. And obviously having a master's degree after a bachelor's is definitely going to give you at least some amount of upper hand. So uh, I won't say that in India it's completely worthless, but I can't tell you the exact answer, like how much it will be valued. So yeah, that's the answer. Did we have to focus more on oops as planning to do? I think you're asking about object-oriented programming concepts for data science. So, as part of your masters, no, you don't really have to focus much about object-oriented programming. But as part of your interview process, companies might ask you some of the object-oriented programming or concepts at least. So, it's better to understand concepts like polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, and inheritance. So if you know these four concepts in object-oriented programming, you should be fine. Can you make a video on best SOP for masters? My brother is completing bachelor's in CS and statistics in April 23. This question is from him. I already have a video on how to write SOP, but I think I can make an updated guide how to write an SOP, because I actually I have to go to watch that video first, because I need to see what all things I have covered in that. And to the best of my knowledge, I think it is still it holds good value. So you can watch that, but I will watch that video and I will see if I need to add something else. And if the answer is yes, I will make an updated guide also. So yeah, definitely. I'm doing, Ahmed. I hope you are doing good too. How's the University AI NDS? I need to again look into the university and course, I suppose. So I will note it down. Yeah. So once the stream is over, I will post the answers in the comment section. DS Masters trend to be short, 1 year only, and bulky. Any tips on how to memorize the theory and prepare for exams? That was one of the reasons why I chose Newcastle University, because here we don't really have exams. We have all the projects, and it's completely coursework based evaluation and assessment. So it was all about projects. So that's there. About remembering things, it's important to visualize things in your mind, because once you make picture in your mind, you tend to remember things for a longer period of time, as opposed to actually just remembering the mathematical equations and stuff. So in that regard, I will say if you can imagine things in a pictorial format, it's important to do that and keep it in your brain. And also, you can make a mind map. I actually do this mind map thing for literally everything. I usually don't use pen and paper for what I have to do the next day. So what I do is I have to get up and I will obviously get freshen up, and after that I will take breakfast, and then I'll have to work on some of the projects, and then probably I will make a video for YouTube. And I have other interests, like recently I've started drawing and stuff. So those kind of things, but that is a very basic thing you do every day, and then it gets into your mind. But for the deep learning and those parts and mathematical concepts, it's important to remember things like, let's take for example how SVM works, right? So SVM, if you're making a classification model, it tries to make a line or hyperplane depending on the dimension of the data, and then the goal of it's to increase the margin, the support vectors which it has. So if you can remember it in pictorial format, you will be able to remember the equations as well. So yeah, the important thing is keep a mind map. And also when you are learning something, so probably you will start with linear regression, then logistic regression, and then move on to other things. So once you are revising, don't go to a point in between. So let's say you covered uh, linear regression, then logistic regression, and then you did SVM, and then you did naive bayes, and then you moved on to decision trees and stuff. So don't randomly pick SVM and try to learn it. Always revise from start to end, so that it will always be fit in your mind where to pick the concept from. So you revise everything, you learned everything, and then maybe in exam they're asking you about decision tree. So you will have that a mind map, and your mind will be trained what to look where. So that is very important. I don't know, I mean, it might sound stupid or something, but I personally found it to be really helpful. So that is one way to tackle so many concepts and fit it into your brain, and you need to know where to find, because it also works with things, in your house. You If you are keeping something every day in one place, you know where to find it. So just like that, if you keep the concepts in your brain in one place, in one sequence, it's easy to extract it. What are the skills should we have for landing a job as junior data scientist? Because I hear many of them saying it's not easy to get job as data scientist. Can you suggest me some? Uh, yeah, so it's definitely not easy. I mean, it's not easy to get a data science job or anything. It's like it's not easy to find job literally anywhere. It's not in the UK or even in India. The market is highly competitive because many people wants to get into data science. So that is true. But it's important to set yourself aside from those people and most of the crowd. So like I told you, some of the concepts, like you have to be very strong with your programming skills. SQL is also important. Your analytical skills, how you analyze the data, and how many packages you know. Because yes, it's good to plot everything separately, but if you know packages like pandas profiling or sweetwiz, you can literally do a lot of data analysis in literally one line or two lines of code. So it's important to know those kind of things as well, because that way you will save quite a lot of time. And after that, you need to know machine learning and deep learning as well. And now that you have all the knowledge, it's important to show the interviewer or show the hiring manager that you have actually worked on these things. Because just putting things on resume now doesn't impress employers. You need to have a portfolio, you need to have a git repo where you have all your projects. So it's important to have those things ready with you, because yes, employers do look for those things. So yeah, it's important to make a portfolio. Will you make a video how to make a report? Yes, I will definitely. I have listed down all the things, but like I told you in the beginning of this live stream, I have a lot of interviews aligned next week, and I'm currently working on the projects as part of my interview process. So I'm literally not getting any time for making videos, because to make videos, it takes at least 4 to 5 hours to make one video. So I really can't spend that much time at this point. But once I have something clear, or once these interview process reach in the final stages, then I will definitely start making videos again. So yeah, I will definitely make the video for this. How difficult or easy is it to get sponsorship job in the UK field? UK data in data science field. So with this 2 years of post-study work visa, most of the companies want you to take PSW because that saves quite a lot of money for them, right? So yeah, that's there. But there are some companies they don't really care about PSW and stuff. They are ready to sponsor. So if you are able to find companies who are ready to do that, generally bigger companies. So if you are applying for these roles in bigger companies and if you are getting interview calls, most likely they will sponsor your visa as well. But still, to save cost and with this inflation and recession, companies are trying to save as much as they can. So they are trying to uh, ask people to take post-study work visa. Can already graduated student from UK apply for scale-up visa? Scale-up visa? I think scale-up visa or scale-up visa. I don't know. So I don't really know about this visa. So I need to look into this. So I don't have much idea about these visa processes and stuff. Will you make tutorial video for project base for the beginners? Yes, I have now. I have actually lot more projects to make videos on. So yes, I will definitely make those projects. And those projects are not those conventional iris or titanic dataset. These are actually real world and very different from each other. It's not like all the projects are classification or regression problems. There are some image segmentation problems. There are some NLP projects. So yeah, those kind of projects. So yeah, I will be making videos on those projects so that if you do those projects, you can put them in your portfolio and you will have variety of projects in your portfolio. So that will definitely help. So yeah, I have planned of making those videos. Thanks for your suggestion. I've been following your live videos regularly. It is really helpful. Yeah, I have seen you here, Dina. So yeah, and thanks for the support. And it actually feels really good to talk to you guys like this because this way we can discuss about a lot of things, and it's not just about asking questions. If you have any suggestions, do post it in the chat because that way I will also know how I can improve the videos or stuff. And also, right now, I'm just doing it to help people, and it's not my full time YouTube and stuff. So, yes, it's hard for me to drastically improve the quality of the videos or maybe add some features. So yes, it's not that easy, but once probably if I have a full-time job where I have a regular schedule, probably I will add more features to the channel because right now I don't even have a membership or sorts of things. So maybe I can, if I can think of something, which I don't know if I can give something as a membership or not. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to think about that far right now. So yeah, I'm always open for suggestions. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'll be more than happy to hear you guys out. And I actually reply to most of the comments, but lately I haven't get much time to reply to questions on comments or in the LinkedIn as well because, like I told you, I don't really get much time. I get up in the morning, I sit in front of my laptop, I eat little bit here and there, and then I sleep, and then I get up and I'm doing that thing from past 2 weeks maybe now. So yeah, but once I will have some breathing space, I will try to think more. And like I told you, I'm also thinking to start one-to-one sessions. So yeah, we'll see uh, how long it takes, but then I will try to do it soon. Yes, Ajay, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. You happen to find time, can you make a video on how to read research paper? Yes, definitely. That is also there in my list. My list is somewhere on that table. So if I show you, I have a big list of things that I need to make videos on. So as soon as I start getting some time, I will make videos consistently. That's why I'm trying to do these live sessions every week so that I will be in touch with you guys, and I can answer the questions which you have, immediate questions that you have, so that I can still be some, I can still be of some help in this downtime from my side. So yeah, let me just drink a little bit water, and we are almost about to reach 1 p.m. So I will soon end the live stream now. But if you still have some question, we still have 10 minutes, so we can discuss those things. Or if you have any suggestion, please do uh, let me know here now itself, or maybe you can post in the comment section. So that is totally fine. And I was also thinking for Discord server. So I had posted a poll in Telegram group as well as in YouTube community section. Most of the people said no for uh, Discord server. But sometimes when I think about it, I think it's easy to manage different type of questions or different type of queries on Discord server. I am personally not too much familiar with how Discord works because I haven't used it much, just a little bit to talk to my brother and some of my friends, that's all. So yeah, that's there. But if you guys think Discord will also be a good addition to the channel, do let me know. I will create a Discord server as well where we can again have lots of different activities. And also, I am thinking to collaborate with one of the platforms. We are still in talks. So one of the platforms where they have a lot of AI, deep learning, or data science in general based projects where people who are in their early career stages, or if even if they have a lot of knowledge about that, and if you are pursuing your masters, you can go to that platform and you can uh, pick the projects and you can do projects, and when you put those projects in your portfolio, I think it will actually look really good because those are actually real world projects. So I'm still in talk with that platform. So once we come up with something which we can agree on, I will definitely share it with you guys. So I'm pretty sure that will help you guys to build a good portfolio for sure. So yeah, for that, subscribe to the channel. I know that's a shameless uh, publicity, but yeah. Uh, which YouTube channel will help the data science student? Thanks for the response. To learn data science concepts, there are a lot of YouTube channels. So to mention some of them, Code Basics is really good. Digital Shreni is also a good channel, and Krish Nayak has a very good channel. And I think 360 Data Science is also a very good channel. So these are some of the channels which you can follow, and obviously my channel. Yeah, so these are some of the 5 channels that you should follow. Just a random non-related question: did you get a day off for the Queen's passing? No, not really, because uh, yesterday it was already quite late, and Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, not really. But for me, it's there is no day off because I'm always working on something. So I have like interviews going on. So those projects, so I have to work on those things. And maybe people in some companies they will get some time off on Monday or something. I don't know, but I personally did not get any off. Uh, how much of ML is required as a fresher, like full mathematics of algo or intuition, pros and cons? Yeah, as long as you know which algorithm to apply on which type of data and where a particular algorithm is good and where the particular algorithm is bad, that should be enough as a beginner. But again, it depends on companies as well, because if you are applying for, let's say, Google, Facebook, or Amazon, probably they will drill you down on mathematical concepts as well. But for most parts, I think you should be fine with your uh, general idea about algorithms, because as part of my interview process in ThoughtWorks, even though it was a graduate role, the last stage was for data science. So uh, he asked me about a lot of mathematical concepts, statistical concept, and then machine learning algorithm and how the maths were behind it. So yeah, there were a lot of questions related to that. As for deep learning, it was mainly a discussion, so it was not um, too much in depth. So yeah, it depends on company to company. Um, are you talking about in the UK? If you are in the UK, uh, there is this group called Northeast Data Science, but then they conduct all the meetups in the Northeast region. So if you are not in Northeast region, then you will have to travel. But I won't suggest you to travel that long. I'm sure you will be able to find something. So I will try to look for some of the groups if I can find something. And if I find something, then I will definitely let you know. And I don't really have much idea about the groups in the India because the account that I had in India, I forgot the password for that, so I had to create a new one here. Uh, because also I changed my phone and the application was logged in into my phone, so I never had to check password. But when I came here, I had changed my phone, and when I reinstalled the application, I was like, what was the password and all. So I don't even remember the email, which email I used. So yeah, yeah, that was the thing. So yeah, I will try to see for the groups in the UK, and I'll tell you if I can find something. Thanks for following Mobinal. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please sorry. Is there a way to apply for permanent residence or citizenship after your post-study work visa? In the UK, no, there is no way. You have to be on tier 2 visa for at least 5 years, or maybe some other visa. But right after post-study work visa, you cannot apply for uh, uh, PR. Yeah. Applied AI node structure is weird. Uh, I mean, it depends on the topic. So see, there is this mathematics. So they want to teach you maths, right? So what they can do is they can simply cover the basic part, and then they can move on to all the algorithms and cover the maths required for each algorithm. That is one way. The other way is they teach you all the applied part first, and then they go deep into the mathematical part. So each course has their own structure. So you might have followed some course, and then you might be seeing this notes. So probably you will find it weird. For me, it was fine. I mean, as long as I'm able to connect the dots, I was totally fine with it. But yeah, you might say that uh, it's kind of weird because you are not able to connect the dots. So yeah, it depends on individual to individual and course to course. Each course has a different flow. While studies, if you are not doing anything else, definitely you can do part-time jobs, so you do get time for those, but you have to manage your time really really well. And yeah, applied AI has merged with Scalar, and I don't really have much idea how they have changed things. Teaching might still be really good because if Shrikant Verma is teaching, he is a very good teacher. So teaching will still be good, but I think now the course costs a lot more, and I don't know if it is still worth or not because you can get similar content, maybe if not at that high quality, but similar content is available for free on YouTube. So yeah, that's there. All right, guys. So I have answered all the questions, and now we are past 1 hour. So I will end this stream, and whatever questions I have noted down, I will answer them in the comments. So do check it out, and it was really nice talking to you all again. We'll see you next week, and if I get some time soon, I will try to schedule other live stream soon. So yeah, that's there. If not, then next Saturday 12 p.m. BST. So hope to see you there. And if I get some time, I will definitely make the videos. So yeah, uh, and enjoy your weekend, and also keep learning. And if you have any questions, do post it in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer them. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.